Want to know the secret behind every successful business? It's not just about their genius marketing strategy or the brilliant ideas that they may have. It boils down to one main thing, and that is finance. Understanding finance. Understanding finance does not help only businesses, it also boils down to all of us as individual, personal finance. And in this video, I'm going to break down to you what exactly is finance, how exactly does it affect you, and why understanding finance matters. Stay with me in the next few minutes, and by the end of this video, I guarantee you, you'll walk away knowing something a little bit different than what you already know. So the first question is, what exactly is finance? Finance is the ability to manage money, save it, invest it, earn it, and even spend it. That is finance 101. Think of finance like a map. A map, you have to know where you're going. If you don't know where you're going, then you don't know how to get to your destination the best way possible. And so finance is having direction and clarity for your money. So clarity comes down to mental grasp of what it actually is. Here's the thing though, finance isn't just about your money. It boils down to how companies manage their money, how government manage their money, how the taxes are distributed. There is 3 levels to finance. So why exactly does it matter? It gives you control over your life, and not only that, it allows you to put you in the driver's seat. Understanding finance is like having a life jacket in the sea. If you don't know how to manage your money properly, you will eventually drown. Imagine you're on a boat. Without understanding finance, you drift away wherever the wave takes you. But understanding finance, you know how to direct the boat in the direction that you want it to go. Every area of finance, it gives, the more information you have and understanding of it, the better you can develop your financial IQ and know where to direct your boat, your life. Have you ever heard of the term, it's not how much money you make, it's about how much money you keep? And thinking about this, it goes back to how much money are you allocating for keeping? How much money are you budgeting for keeping? And putting that first step is the key role, the essential part. If you're not managing your money, it's like trying to fill up a bucket with holes in the bottom, and you'll just continue falling out with you not knowing where exactly it's going. So having that financial knowledge allows you to first identify the holes in your bucket, and now what to do once you find those holes. The 3 main areas of finance that I spoke about earlier. The 3 main areas of finance is personal finance, which has to do with you, your household. Corporate finance, which has to do with businesses and corporations. And public finance has to do with taxes, governments, and how they allocate money and how it affects the economy. And so before we get into all of those, we're going to start with personal finance. Personal finance has to do with how you save, manage, invest, and also spend your money. This is where it gets personal for most of us. For the average person, it's like we're mostly focused on our personal finance. And personal finance is all about making sure you're not just making money, but also making sure that your money is also making money, and making sure that you have something set aside for the future. What exactly is your plan for the future? You think about not only today, not only next couple months, but also what happens when you retire. And understanding personal finance helps you plan accordingly. And the first step of personal finance is a financial assessment, understanding where exactly are you. Where are you in your journey? Where exactly are you? And the best way you can do that is actually take out a piece of paper and view it like a balance sheet. And it's a balance sheet of your life. And you properly assess everything, for like, let's say for a week to a month, you properly assess everything that you pay for, whether it's just going for coffee or even paying for a Netflix subscription. And you properly assess everything that you have. With that knowledge, what you're going to do is then you're going to see now a visual representation of everything that's leaking out your bucket. Now you get rid of what no longer is necessary, and you start making sure that you allocate that money to different areas. And that's where budgeting comes into play, because now once you know where your money is going, you can now properly direct it, proper financial structure. And so budgeting your money would more look like understanding when the money comes, you put 50% into needs, that's like food, rent, housing, mortgage, 30% to wants and 20% to savings. And what that does, it gives you a baseline of how you should structure your income, and that way you can plan accordingly for the future. Another step would also be debt management, and this has to do with like loans, credit cards, spending. This debt management, there's multiple ways to assess it, and once you can get rid of the debt, now that you get rid of the debt, you can now properly plan and structure yourself for the future. Because let's say, for instance, you could save $300 extra per month, right? You have $300 extra per month. However, you have to pay off your debt first. And so the quicker you can do that without paying as much interest, because obviously every time you have a credit card and you spend as much on it, you have to understand that there is so much interest that you can accumulate, especially on credit cards. And so paying off those credit cards will actually allow you to get ahead quicker. The next step would be corporate finance, and this is where it comes down to individuals who are thinking about starting a business, or even just people who are already in business. Just giving you an idea of what corporate finance is, and it's how businesses allocate, manage, or even distribute money. It's about making strategic decisions with a company's money in order to stay profitable. Running a business with a proper understanding of financial education is like driving a car that is bound to run out of fuel without a fuel gauge. If you're driving a car without a fuel gauge, you don't know how far you go, you don't know when you might get to the next destination. And so having proper financial education, proper financial structure is like having a proper fuel gauge on your vehicle. That is what will help you get to that next step. If you look at any successful company, Amazon, Tesla, Apple, they're strategically investing for the future success of the company every month. And you can think of it like, let's say for instance, you're someone who you get money back on your dividends, right? You buy stock and you have dividends, and you take the dividend money and you put it back into that stock. Right now the money can grow, compound. So that's essentially what the bigger companies are doing. They're strategically investing back into these companies to not only make sure that they have a longer life, but also to make sure that their financial future is set up for success. Now let's talk about public finance. Public finance don't just affect government, it affects everyone else as well, because it trickles down. Public finance is like the weather. You can't control it, but knowing about it will actually give you better preparation for the weather, right? You know how it affects the economy, you know how it will affect you as an individual, you know how it will affect your business. And so knowing about public finance is very, very informational and very, very beneficial in a lot of ways. Think about like the recent pandemic. What had to happen was the government had to now start putting money into the economy in order to sustain it, to make sure that the economy still thrives. And what happened as a result is inflation. And so understanding what causes inflation, what causes deflation, and understanding how the economy works as a result of these government incentivized programs are key factor in terms of your financial health overall, whether you run a business or even as an individual. Understanding finance not only helps you make better decisions, but it improves your financial IQ with time. And that means making more financial decisions. However, once you understand finance, you now can see opportunities for growth. And this is where the rich separate themselves from the poor, because not only do they have the knowledge, but they gatekeep the knowledge, and they now can see opportunities to now take advantage of. And in the baseline finance market, you have to understand the difference between assets and liabilities. Assets bring money in, liabilities take money out, and assets continue to put money back in, and liabilities continuously take money out. And so understanding where these gaps in the market are, understanding where you can benefit from investing in an opportunity, and understanding the actual depth of it and the actual knowledge behind it is like preventing you from like shooting in the dark. For example, you're buying real estate and you don't actually understand how the interest rate works, and not having enough proper knowledge about your investment is like taking a shot in the dark. So having that proper structure of knowledge and exposure to that knowledge will help you make better decisions. And in order for you to expose yourself to that one, maybe you don't have people directly close to you. However, you have people you can listen to via videos or talk shows or podcasts. But hearing information will not only, it's a way we learn as human beings. We can hear it, we can read it, we can teach it, we can write it. And so the more we can put in these sensory inputs of this information, the better it will be for us to make better informed decisions about things when it comes down to our finance. Last but not least is take actionable steps towards your financial freedom, because finance has to do with everything. Everything has intertwined with finance. Everything costs money. Whether you're a complete beginner or you have crucial knowledge, it's time to dig deeper. Go a little bit deeper into the sub niches of finance. Set aside 10 minutes to read, listen, or even to partake in financial conversations to not only improve your financial IQ but also improve your network of finance people who can help you direct you in terms of finance. And there you have it, Finance 101, understanding the basics of what finance actually is and how it can actually improve your life. If you found that video in any way, shape, or form beneficial, make sure you like, comment, share, and subscribe. And not only that, I want you to leave down below in the comment section what's one thing that you will do this year that will level up your financial future. Thank you. Have an amazing day, and thank you for watching.